Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, The Pelvic Coach. We are going to answer some questions today. One of the questions today that we're going to answer is, are bladder leaks normal? And this is a question that I have gotten so many times. Women seem to think that as we age, for whatever reason, we are supposed to leak. And that is not true, not true at all. And it's not just leakage, it's urinary frequency or even getting up at night to go to the bathroom quite a bit. So those leaks are not normal. When I was in the clinic, actually what would happen is, because this story, the story is not funny, but it is funny because it's universal. So what I found was that many women came in with the same story. Years ago, I started leaking a few drops when I laughed, coughed, maybe even exercised. And from there, it just kept getting worse. So for me, I'm like, well, did you seek help? No, I really thought that that's what happened, especially as you get older. My mom had leaks, my aunt, whoever is older in their family, the matriarch, they had leaks. I can just remember when I was even little and grandma was wearing pads. Okay, well, things have come a long way, probably since then. So wearing pads, wearing diapers, even though it seems to be the norm and a lot of people are doing it, it is not something that you or any of us should really strive to do, because we want to save money on those pads because we want to do other things with our money. So that being said, I wanted you to know that no, they're not normal. However, there are reasons why urinary incontinence or bladder leaks seem to happen more frequently as you age. Because they do happen more frequently, but it's a matter of, okay, when they start, what should I do to really stop them from progressing? And that's kind of where all of us fall a little bit away from what we should be doing, because you really don't know where to go. It's hard sometimes to find a professional who is familiar with the pelvic floor or really has the experience. But this is what I want to tell you. So when I was doing pelvic floor rehab, actually doing it face to face, the success rate for pelvic floor incontinence, it was one of the highest. And that was not just me, it was every therapist. And actually, you can even look it up for research. You can actually research this, Google it. The success rate is really high. It's above 90%. So this is not something that I'm telling you that a few people can achieve. This is achievable by almost everyone. You can reduce and eliminate your bladder leaks. But just know, the longer you waited, the more time it might take for this to happen. You'll still see reduction though, so you'll see improvement, which is great. But why does this happen when you get older? One of the reasons is because of the hormone changes. So as your hormones decrease, because our hormones do decrease our reproductive hormones, those actually work throughout the body. Particularly, let's talk about estrogen. So as your estrogen starts to decrease, perimenopause and menopause, so remember that's in your 40s, what happens there is that the integrity of your muscles, the ability of your muscles to keep strength, maintain strength, etc., decreases. So even your biceps, when you're doing your bicep curls, if they go to the gym, you notice that it gets a little bit harder to lift maybe the same weight, or that it takes you longer to recover. Well, these pelvic floor muscles are exactly the same, right? So it's going to take them, they're either going to get a little weaker. And if you're not exercising them and not doing anything for them, then, oh my goodness, how are they going to strengthen in order to be able to stop the flow of urine when the bladder gets full? Because when the bladder gets full and sends that signal to the brain that it is time for me to go, and it's not time, you want those muscles to close up so that nothing escapes. And if they're too weak, that is not happening. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the weeks coming. But I did want to give you that information on, number one, the bladder leaks are not normal. And then number 2, there is help available. So help is available as just find the professional that you need. And also remember, if you like the content that I'm putting on, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, right? You can actually put in comments. So go ahead and put in comments. Let me know what you want to hear, and we'll just go from there. So thank you so much. I will see you again next week for these tidbits and these tips on bladder health. See you soon.